To the 25-yard line.
Let's go, let's go. Come on, gotta go, gotta go. Red, up. There you go, you see it, you see it?
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Red, up. 18.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And Watson has it right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Detroit! 3 down.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
got you now, Barney. Barney. Here we go. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. 57.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
He ain't going nowhere. Woo, he ain't going nowhere. Detroit! Detroit!
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Here we go.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Detroit! Detroit!
4 down. Check, check.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football, and at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 3 down.
18.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing. Just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
3 down.
Hey, gotta go.
Go ahead, baby.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10.
Red, up. 18.
Trubisky, draw play, gives to Howard. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Red, up.
Tight end right.
18.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long.
Red, up. 18.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Flushed out right. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Darren Lee able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. And Parkey's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. Toss play, Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
While we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore, I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now back to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
No. Check. Patriot.
Again, this is Kamara. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll set up a throw. Lee's got it over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And finally taken down at the 15. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Now Kamara. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Gun! 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 All right, here we go. 319! 319! Detroit! 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 Gun! 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 Gun!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got it! Touchdown, Saints! Cameron Meredith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 39 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
18, 18. 18, 18. Hey, 18, 18, 18.
Now Trubisky on first down. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Red, up!
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again, eluding the pressure right. Now Trubisky lost the football, and this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Detroit!
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Detroit!
I got 83.
Leopard!
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Now, how about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
Running with Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On play action, they'll throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lee. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The Saints on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, guys, check me out.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
57's the mic.
Here's Kamara, try to run for it. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And Lutz's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Now, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be a second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Let's go.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll drop the throw. That's complete to Meredith. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Khalil Mack's starting to get a really big-time reputation as a pass rusher, and rightly so. So explosive off the edge, getting to the quarterback. But he doesn't neglect his run duties as well. How about that tackle right there? Such a package he has, able to play the run and the pass so well.
Back to throw here. Completes it to Lee. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
The Saints on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Leopard!
Hey, you got 3.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now let's go! Blue 90!
Looking to throw. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll look to throw here. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
We're go, let's go! Blue.
Off the toss, Cohen. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Blue.
Alert! 3 down! Watch the twist! Kill!
On 3rd down, this is Howard. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call. and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Lucky 56. Gun! All right, now, Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Saints on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 5.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the...
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
He'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a 1st down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Lucky 56.
A busy night continues for Kamara. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th.
Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hill. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
There you go. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Detroit!
Check. Crunch.
Leopard!
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Kamara. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
You see it?
They'll start with a give to Cohen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
There you go. You see it?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky, escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, you got three,
Gotta go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
You got three down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. In for the score. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score defensively. How do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Set! 319! 319! Gun!
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Gun!
Hey, check.
Detroit!
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. It'll be a gain of 9. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 3 down. He's coming. Double up.
Leopard! Gun!
I don't even know why this team showed up.
No. Check. Patriot! Gun! All right, now, lucky 56.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Right back to him on 1st down. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Don't let 89 go deep. Whatever you do, don't let 89 go deep.
Detroit. Detroit.
Check nickel. Watch that.
Coming left is Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure
No,
here.
no. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Gun. Hurry up. Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
I'm coming.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
go, gotta go.
They'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And that one results in 35 yards.
Red, up.
He's back to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to drop a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for the Saints, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the defeat is their first to